I'm Amy Parrish. I am a pre-kindergarten teacher at Pine Ridge Primary. I am originally from Waterville, Maine. I went to college in Massachusetts at Wheaton College, and I have a degree in psychology. I married my husband in 2006, and he is a graduate of Livingston High School in 1995. We have 3 girls. Madison graduated from Livingston High School last year, 2024, as salutatorian, and she just completed her first year at Texas A&M. My middle daughter is Isabel. We call her Izzy. She just completed her freshman year at Livingston High School and is very involved in sports with volleyball and softball. And then my youngest daughter is Allison. We call her Allie. She just completed 6th grade, so she is excited next year for 7th grade sports at the junior high. She also plays volleyball and is going to try track. All our free time is actually spent with sports, travel sports and club sports, which we love doing. We do it as a family. We travel often back to my hometown, actually, in Maine, and visit my family. We love to visit Maine in the summers because the weather is perfect and it gives us a little break from the Texas heat, and all of my family is still from Maine. After having the girls, we decided to homeschool them for a little bit because we were out of district from Livingston, and a friend who was a teacher in Livingston had suggested I try teaching, but I was not certified, so I decided to try working as a para so my girls could go to Livingston. And immediately within a month or 2, I decided that was what I wanted to do. And I took the alternative certification route and worked as a para while I was completing my certification. I've been with Livingston ISD now for 6 years, 2 years as a para and 4 years as a pre-K teacher. As a pre-K teacher, the growth from the first day of school to the end of school is huge. These kids come in sometimes 3, sometimes 4 years old, and they need to learn basically everything about school. So we need to teach them how to walk in a line, how to go to the bathroom by themselves or open their own snacks or meals, how to listen to a story, how to keep our hands to ourselves. So when they first come in, it is exhausting as both teachers and students and staff. They are sad but excited to be there, and you have to keep their emotions level as best you can, because we all know with a little pre-K student, one starts crying and then 5 others start crying. So you need to be as patient as possible throughout the day. But being a pre-K teacher is amazing because you see that enormous growth by the end of the year. They can write their own name, they know all of the letter sounds, some are even reading by the end of the pre-K year. Having a psychology degree was a huge help, actually. You know, as a college student, I was one of those that had no clue what I wanted to do, and I just took the classes that I enjoyed and that were interesting to me, and I've been able to use that actually as a teacher throughout my career so far. This year, I had a student that had moved up to kindergarten, and on the first day of school, we, as pre-K teachers, try to find our students from last year to walk them to their new kindergarten classes, kind of ease their fears a little bit. And I've had some students that have struggled in class with behavior and things like that. And those tend to be the ones that will really connect with you the most, but you don't always think you're getting through. And the student came up to me and was extremely happy to see me, even though we butted heads a lot throughout the school year when he was in my classroom. And the words that he said were, "You make me so happy." So for a little boy to say that, that is huge to me. That means that I made a difference, and it still mattered the following year. Pre-K can be a very diverse group that we have. Even though we are an income-based pre-K, we also have staff members that come as well, and our students in our pre-K class. It makes it difficult sometimes to teach such a wide range of students. Some are still learning their letters while others are trying to master the reading part, where they have already learned their letters and their letter sounds. By the end of the year this year, we had 4 that were already at the beginning stages or further for reading, which is amazing to me to already be doing in pre-K. The end of the year is always so bittersweet. We are excited for our breaks, but the biggest thing, especially for me, is I try to build a relationship with my students at the very beginning of the school year or as soon as they enter my class, because I feel like relationships are so important. They have your trust and they respect you, then they will do what you need them to do. But it's hard saying goodbye to them at the end of the year, and where they are so young, they're not really understanding that they're not going to see you at the next week. The end of the year, we start talking about how the end of the school year is going to go, and then they're going to have quite a few days off for summer and come back for kindergarten, and a lot of them don't understand, but it's hard to say goodbye to them because you don't know how much they're going to remember when they do come back as they get older. So most of them just say goodbye, see you tomorrow, while we were holding back tears. Being nominated and awarded Teacher of the Year has been such a blessing because we pour our hearts into being a teacher. It's not just an 8-to-5 job. We do our work at home, we put in extra effort, and it's nice to feel recognized and appreciated by your coworkers and your peers. I know there are many other teachers that are also very deserving of this award. So it feels very nice to be appreciated. So I thank you.
Hi, my name is Jenny Yu. I was born and raised in the Philippines, and I finished my studies in there too. I graduated Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Entrepreneurial Management. And after that, I worked as a finance clerk in a private company for 2 years. And then I had to resign because we don't have an online schooling. So I went back to school in Leyte Normal University. And they offer a program for non-education graduates who want to be a teacher. So I took a teacher certificate program. It's a 3-semester program that we have to finish before we can take the licensure examination. And so when I graduated, I took the licensure examination on that same year, and luckily I passed. And after that, I applied as a teacher in a private school, and I taught English 7th, 8th, and 10th grade for a year, and then I moved to a public school, and there I taught 7th, 9th, and 10th grade English before I came here. Just in case you're wondering why I'm here and how did I came here, it all started with my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law applied for a working visa as a nurse in here. And when she became an American citizen, she brought the whole family, and that includes my husband. And so when my husband became an American citizen, he brought me here. That's why I'm here. I am married to Francis Jeremy Yu. He is working in a finance department in Nascala Casino. And before we got married, we were classmates in college. And we've been in a long-distance relationship for like 7 years before we got married. And so he will always go home to the Philippines, and then we love traveling, so we travel a lot in the Philippines, like we go around Philippines. And when I came here 2020, it was my very first time to be away from my family for all of my life. So it was kind of a hard decision, but I'm married, so I have to be where my husband is. And so we really love traveling. We went to last year we went to Canada, and then this year we went to Mexico, and this year we're planning to go to Japan. So let's see. I'm so excited, and it's kind of expensive to go home to the Philippines, but then seeing your family is just priceless, and I really need to recharge myself. I need my family to give me this motivation before I come back here. I really love it here. The people are welcoming. I feel so really, I feel so at home in this district, and I see myself still gonna be here maybe until I retired. I'm also new in this institution, but I guess what I can advise for new teachers is to connect with your kids and start where they are, and don't start where you want them to be. You start where they are and go from there. I came here 2020, and I started my career in the district year 2021 as a paraprofessional, and I'm really honored to be the paraprofessional of the year. I'm humbled for that award. I was not expecting it. I was just doing my work and really not expecting for recognition, but I am grateful. I'm thankful for the award, and now being the teacher of the year, I am more humbled. And this is not really about me. This is all about us teachers, helping and honing these students to be successful and to be the best of what they can be. I'm also coaching UIL spelling. I actually started 2021 as a paraprofessional. I started coaching UIL math, and then I moved to spelling because I just really like spelling. So I've been coaching spelling for 3 years now, and one of the best and one of the most fulfilling experience that I have is seeing my kids progress every practice that we have, and seeing them with the awards at the end is really fulfilling. It makes me happy, and it makes me realize that we could push these kids into their full potential to be successful. Yeah, I remember one of the kids gave me a letter saying that it's different when I'm in the room with them. She feels like everything's gonna be fine just having my presence. And I was like, okay, I was really so touched. I also try my best to be present on the students' activities in school, like if they have games, whatever, like the product expo that we just had. I was there. I tried my best to be there whenever I'm available, and you can see these kids, they're just so happy to see their teachers, and they are, it motivates them to do better on what they're doing, and it makes them feel that they are important, that you care for them, because as a teacher, we are the second parent. We are the second parent in school. So I really love going to their games or whatever activities. So that's what I do. Okay, so when I came here 2020, it was a whole lot different. from where I came from, and it was a whole lot of adjustments for me. Like, everything is so different, like the place, the people, the language, it's so different. So, I have tried my best to fit in, and I just want to say thank you to the people who welcomed me and who made me feel at home in this district, and who have helped me paved my way to become the better version of me that I didn't know I am. I want to say thank you to whoever voted for me. I am so honored, and I'm so humbled, and it motivates me to do better. I am still a work in progress, and I am willing to learn more, and for me to be able to share more, and for me to be able to help more to our kids be successful. Nais kong sabihing salamat sa award sa pagiging Teacher of the Year. Masaya ako na maging part ng Livingston ISD. Mabuhay!